Okay, that's again the northern rookery, as well as the ramp with the observation post. We were looking at 1-month-old cubs or pups of northern felines. This was an isolated site within the northern root-bearing islands. This location has a dedicated ramp for observations. At the end of this ramp, there is an observation post that gives us visibility into the density of the animals. The structure is elevated, so the animals can go under it, and pups usually go under this observation post. This gives us very close proximity for better observations. And pups occupy this space under the post as a playground. They are not afraid of humans and present the whole range of behaviors. About 80% of their wake time, pups are used to compete, which is a sort of training for mating behaviors. These behaviors, as you will know, include the following patterns. They cluster into harems, they protect their territory and groom females. They get territorial. And then they have competitions, which double as training sessions. Territorial competition requires a lot of energy by adult males. So sex-related features are well expressed in these species. You can see the different sizes where you have the male, the females, and in the foreground there is a group of pups. Males are 3 or more times larger than females. Mating behaviors are accompanied with different sounds, most notably the harem sound that they make, and this is a sonogram of a recording of such sound by one pup that mimics the behavior, the mating behavior of a adult individual. At 1 month already, pups show similar behaviors and vocalizations as adults. Here is another sonogram. That's a 1 month old pup, and it can already produce all sounds characteristic of adults. To the left, there is this harem bark, and then there are clicking sounds that are also typical for all ages in northern fur seals. These are markers of an active adult male. However, this is a recording of a pup, which is 1 month old. So this is just another form of playground behavior in this case. 3-year-olds that engaged with younger pups presented similar mating behaviors, even though they haven't matured yet. So this is not hormone related, because reproductive maturation occurs for fur seals only after about 7 years. These individuals were larger, so they dominated the games, and by presenting mating behaviors, they mounted a whole competition by bachelors. And this is another harem sound. You can see it as a darker spot in the middle. And then clicking sounds again, characteristic of all males. These sound patterns align with typical behaviors observed in males of all ages, starting from 1 month age, or even earlier. The reason for that is that mating behaviors at early ages is typical of mammals of different varieties. This would be kittens, puppies. They all show similar behaviors. But this case is rare because it's under-researched. These behaviors are not usually accompanied with proper vocalizations, but for fur seals, younglings mimic the whole range of mating behavior. Naturally, mating signals by the full adult, a 3-year-old, and 1 month pup have different frequencies due to size of animal. It's 250 kg for an adult, about 20 to 30 kg for a 3-year-old, and about 15 kg for a pup. This early emergence of mating behaviors in northern fur seals is necessitated by lifelong training and high competition in reproduction, because the rookery is really abundant, many thousands of individuals. This is also typical of polygamous eared seals, but it finds its more express manifestation in this particular species, northern fur seal. Thank you. Let me make a proposal for the resolution right away. We need more research into seal behavior. We had a great presentation by Elena Kuzikova. We need more behavioral studies, including sounds produced by the animals. This is under-researched for fur seals, but the range of sounds is not as broad for this species, so you can cover the scope. However, you'll be more effective if you have more researchers working on that. Here's my question. How did you identify the sex for pups? It was based on behavior. There is a publication on that by Mr. Nikulin. It's referred to in our abstract, and it's featured frequently in our other publications. I would also like to recognize Mr. Nikulin, because this study would not have been possible without him. And now to your question. Males are always active and they present mating behaviors as pups. Females do not do that. They have completely different games there.